Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Today we're going to talk about, it's going to be a just chatting episode, just talking about health and nutrition, supplements, that type of thing. You know, stuff I've been kind of observing.
Yeah, in the past couple of weeks, you've been talking about some things you found. So I'm thinking, you know what? I have gathered from the past, I don't even know how long we've been working together. I went from not knowing shit to knowing so much about supplements and stuff like that, just from having these conversations with you. Yeah. And I feel like they're extremely valuable, especially the people watching, to understand the value of supplementing your lifestyle with supplement vitamins and nutritional, supplements and whatnot. And so a while ago, when I wanted to get into supplements, when I wanted to better my lifestyle, better the way that I feel using supplements, I first was drawn to quizzes and tests, and I didn't know which one to take, and there were so many options out there, and I wanted to do the one where I would get a pack of supplements every single month, where I would take a quiz. It would tell me, okay, you should take this, and this. Monthly subscriptions. I feel like not a lot of them are good now that I look back at what I was taking. Like, yeah, they're basic. They're very basic stuff, which is good. They may be good to start off. But I feel like, what do you think about the available subscriptions? Because I personally just purchase, different supplements, and I just put them in a pack, in a bag, or in a little box thing, and I take them. But
I think there should be a core group of supplements or compounds that you take, maybe different from different sources, but you should always cycle those. Like, for example, the source of vitamin C that you take. Try to get it from, like, let's say alma fruit. And for the audience, that's alma, AMLA. It's a great source of vitamin C. So most vitamin C you see, like, off the shelf is like ascorbic acid, which I don't know, not everyone likes. But I think it's important for people to rotate the sources or the types of supplements that they're taking. Okay, is it a whole food? Is it an amino acid? Is it a fruit? Is it, like, for example, like blueberry extract? Very, very good for you. So you want to kind of like pay attention to a few things. So you want to look at, okay, fat metabolism. We have things like L-carnitine, stuff like that. I know there are some other things like ginseng that can assist with that. Green tea. You don't want to go crazy with green tea extract. By the way, I prefer drinking green. That was a green tea before I put water in it. But I prefer drinking green tea. It has a lot of great things in it to help your body attack belly fat. It lowers inflammation. It's very, very healthy for you. But you got to think of your body as a system, and you have to be able to take responsibility and take charge of your own health, and not have to rely so much on those quizzes.
Yeah.
Where you're putting all their decision, you're putting your body in there. Like, I'm a believer in, how do I feel? Okay. And what are the mechanics of my body? Okay, is it blood flow? Is it hormonal? Is it the recovery of the muscle? Is it oxygen absorption? So say you go running, you're out of breath. You might want to, first off, continue training so you can build up some endurance, but also you want to look at nutrition. Okay, just go on to Google. What nutrients impact oxygen absorption? And you got to study. You got to kind of nerd out a little bit. You got to have this be a piece of your life, just like brushing your teeth, and have your own protocol to keep yourself in the most highest level of optimal health.
The reason why I'm bringing this up too, and I just found out it was this tyrosine. That was the supplement that I was asking you about recently. But wait, before we get into that, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because soon we're going to have someone on. I just remembered, when I was out traveling, I met this guy, super intelligent, kind of like you when it comes to supplements and neurotropics and all this stuff. he's going to come on and we're going to talk about this stuff because I think it's genuinely so important. And people, I was in a stage where I had no fucking clue what to take. I knew the basics, right? Like fish oils, omega-3s, whatever. But I didn't know what to take or how to find out how to take, I didn't know how to find out what I should be taking.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, I guess also the other thing is like the benefits from supplements. Like you're at a spot in your life where you're a certain age, but you're bio age, which I know people are like, oh, whatever. Like you should be like fucking my age.
Yeah, I showed you.
It like naturally, like actually from your
so
tests.
I showed him my labs. Like that's all biohacking. That's all. Maybe my mom says a little bit of genetics, but I biohack. I've been biohacking since like my 20s. So I've been trying to like optimize my health, optimize my hormone production, optimize my recovery from muscle.
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
And doing it for years and having certain nutrition, certain methods of exercise and training over the years, you can slow down that aging clock significantly. Because think about it, if you're constantly optimizing your health over and over again, you're not going to age that fast. I'm 44, okay? Whatever. I don't, you can talk shit, but I don't feel 44. But I blame some of that youth that I have to how I focus on my nutrition. I focus on what supplements I'm taking. I focus on my methods of training. How do I train? I don't just do the same thing over and over again. I rotate. I change. It's called periodization. I change. I flow. I listen to my body. If I'm getting a pinch, maybe I shouldn't do side laterals today. If my neck, if my traps are looking a little flat, I might, when I'm doing a shrug, I might hold it up. Like the goal is to bring it to your ears when you're doing a shrug. I'll hold it up for an extra 3 seconds and then bring it down slow. That way I can add a little bit more bulk to my... Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is you got to focus on those things. And I know it sounds cliche. It is diet, nutrition. I'm sorry. It's how you eat,
what you take
for supplements, and then most importantly, what is your training and how are you training?
Yeah, I want to get into this a little bit because I can say, and I've known people in my life who I've kind of put on to these certain things have definitely changed the quality of my life, and it can for everyone. I've read countless amounts of conversations online and just reviews and just just forums, whatever you want to call it, and it genuinely, like, if you have a problem with anxiety, there's things that you can take that aren't driven by a pharmaceutical industry that will help you and can help you, and there's so many options out there, and it's almost overwhelming. And so I kind of want to start taking the conversation about nutrition, supplements and stuff, and talk about it a lot more, because obviously you have the intelligence when it comes to being knowledgeable and talking to people about it. And, especially in a world where everything's so fast moving and can be stressful and stuff like that, it's so beneficial, and it's almost like a hobby. It's something that you can focus on, pay attention to, and it's fun at the end of the day.
So one thing that I actually found out later on, like, I don't know, a month ago, is that carbohydrates
this is a good one.
allow your thyroid to produce the proper hormones to help your metabolism run faster, or let's say burn fat easier. So you can't go too aggressive with the low carbs or no carbs, or what concerns is sometimes people the carnivore thing. You gotta like cycle stuff out. You gotta do like 2 days low carbohydrates, 1 day moderate, let's say 100 grams let's say another day 100 grams, and then one day 300 grams. You gotta rotate, cycle, trick the body. Don't let the body become complacent or too used to what you're doing, because you're going to see the effects drop. Same thing with supplements. So everything from diet to nutrition to exercise, you gotta always change it up. And this is from my experience with supplements, because you'll take a supplement, you kind of feeling it work. Like, for example, tyrosine.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
You pop it, the first time you take tyrosine, I'm telling you right now, you're going to feel a little bit of a high. You're going to feel, not like
high. I wouldn't use the word high,
I
but
can't drive, but it's like, oh.
Ooh. Okay, it's got a little kick. Oh.
You feel a little bit of a
You finally took it?
yeah.
How'd you feel?
I mean, I definitely noticed. I wouldn't call it a high, because that can be an intimidating like word, but like I would call it like a,
It motivates
like
you.
almost like an espresso.
Yes. So just in my dosage is 500 milligrams. I tried 1,000.
The guy I was talking to was like, I would start at 1,000 and go up from there.
No, I didn't like the way it made me feel, and I crashed. So what I do in the morning is I take carnitine, I take a small dose of creatine, HMB, ginseng. I also take 500 milligrams of tyrosine, and that gets me going for the day. I'm working out. I finish training, drink some water, get my green tea going, and I'm off to work. Like, I'm up running appointments, I'm doing my thing. So like, that's my daily routine is supplements, drink some water, work out, go to work. And I've been doing that for years. Also, I don't take my supplements every day, regardless of what the bottle says. Give your body a break. So I give my body a gradual break. Friday, not one supplement at all. Saturday, light. So I'm just taking the multi, maybe a liver pill or a vitamin D, light. Sunday, a little bit more. I might add some selenium. But then I have my full stack of vitamins and supplements throughout the week. And that's a whole mess of things.
You should bring when you're about
That's
this
a whole
one day.
mess of
This
things.
dude, we'll be in the car, we're driving, and he's like, he takes his bag
When
and he
people see my supplements, they
pours
like,
it out
"What
in
are
his
you
hand. It's
doing?"
like you gotta like hold it.
Yeah, I put them all in my mouth.
It's crazy. It's like 30 different
You know who
fucking
taught me? You
supplements.
know who taught me that? That bodybuilder dude that died, Rich Piana. Because I used to take like one or two at a time, and then I saw him in a video. He had that 1% supplement brand. This was like years ago.
Well, I mean, if you
And
just
he goes, oh yeah. He's like, when I take my supplements, boom, and he puts them all in his mouth, a fistful, and just water, and he goes. I was like, is that doable? Let me try.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you
Let
get
me
used to
try
it, it's
that.
not bad.
I can do a good chunk of vitamins,
Yeah.
so it helps me get the vitamins down faster. But when like seeing is believing.
The one thing with me is I don't have a problem. I take probably, I don't know, 13, 14 different supplements, pills or whatever, capsules a day. I don't have a problem with taking it all together. The problem I have is the flavor of some of them. So like I take really high-end supplements. They're really good, but the problem is they taste like ass. So it's like, even when I open up I have this container for day and night. I open up the day one and I smell it. I'm like, oh God, I have to like close my nose and take them. That's the one thing I have a problem with.
Dude.
But also one other thing too, I found out recently, if you have a problem with taking pills and you take pills, you put them in your mouth and you put your head back, stop doing that. You got to put your head forward because it closes your airways and it pretty much forces your body to take them down. If you ever like choke on water or whatever, the reason why is probably because you're drinking upwards and it gets in your airways. I learned this recently and I found out and I was like, oh shit, like taking it like that. I'm like, oh, it works.
I guess I've been doing it the wrong way for years.
Try it out. Let's see.
Holy
let's see.
shit.
You're like, oh my God.
When I go.
Yeah. I found that out recently. I was like, oh, damn, interesting.
At least I'm not taking pills like the guy, the Russian dude on Limitless. He just taps. He just smacks his throat. He's like, it's good.
You know what I think of when I first started taking a lot at once? I thought of like just swallowing like a big piece of steak. Like you just put them all in there. You take a sip of water and it just go. I don't know why. I just think of
That causes indigestion. You want to chew your food, and you want to absorb the.
No,
nutrients.
I'm not talking about. I'm just thinking like the one-off time where I don't chew it all the way.
Oh yeah. That causes indigestion.
Okay.
No, I did that with chicken one day, years ago, long time ago. I was really hungry and I was scoffing down a bunch of chicken. My buddy was like, "That's gonna give you indigestion," and oh, it did. My stomach hurt, and I was burping.
Make sure you take your supplements, you work out, drink enough water, drink your electrolytes, and chew your food. Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. Are you done or you want to keep going?
You can end it, bro.
Dude, what else you want to Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode on Real Business Roundtable. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, check out us on Instagram. Peace.